Just checking to see how we're doing. Just checking to see how we're doing. Sorry about that. 25 whole seconds.
I don't think
know
so.
it. There's two people.
Now there's three.
No, you're right. Down. Oh boy, seems to be breaking up.
Oh, jeez.
It's true.
I had a hard time today on. Oh, it's here. Meditation with Rabbi Jonathan Aaron.
I know. One person already left. All right. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Oh, where'd my bell go?
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Welcome to Monday. This is a week where we're leading up to joy and gladness and Purim and going a little crazy and putting on masks, forgetting about who we are for a moment and living in an alternative world where everything's upside down and we're not quite sure who's who, and we're going to get so drunk that we don't know the difference between praising Mordechai and cursing Haman. Reveal, I'm not going to be getting drunk. I don't know. I don't know about you. But that's probably not going to happen. But this is a week for joy. So it's going to be great on Thursday. When we do it at 5:30, Purim will be just beginning. So we'll do a little special. Maybe we'll do the meditation backward, or a loud meditation where you have to make noise, which is actually... it is a form of mindfulness, is to walk around and talk and talk and talk and talk and not stop talking. Even if you feel like stop talking, you have to continue talking like I'm doing now without any kind of break. It's actually very difficult when you're going on a walk and you just continue to talk and you're talking to nobody and you're talking to yourself. And it's called hitbodedut. We studied it in the Institute for Jewish Spirituality, and we were saying, Hitboda did it, Hitboda gonna do it. Well, that's Rabbi humor, making fun of the verb. So I did want to mention one thing about this time period that we're entering into. Beginning with Purim, and then 2 weeks later, or 4 weeks later, actually, is Passover, because they're all on full moons. Now is a time that we start to remember. And a lot of what we think about in the next month is going to be retelling stories and remembering. And it's very interesting in some ways because the Purim memory is to blot out the memory of Haman. Give me a boo.
Boo!
Or Amalek.
Yay!
No.
Oh, Amalek's also good.
As a matter of fact, this past Saturday for the Maftir, you read about Amalek, this dastardly man who attacked the back of the Israelites, because that's where the old people in the so that he could kill the most vulnerable, and that's where he attacked everyone. So we're supposed to remember Amalek so that we can forget Amalek, so we can blot out Amalek's memory. We remember. It's a really fascinating concept that we need to remember what we want to blot out. We need to remember what we don't want to remember. That's how we start. But then when we get over towards Pesach, we remember because we need to remember those times where like we became free, and we need to remember that we were slaves, but not that we were slaves that we came out of slavery and that we were free and that there's hope for all people who are in a predicament like we were 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. And so that power of memory and remembering and keeping things inside of you. There's two ways to keep things inside of you. You keep something inside of you because you want to remember it so that you improve and so that you live your life with maybe that joy. But then there's also the kind of remembering that you can't get by. You know, you remember what happened to you and it stays in you. And you can't let go of it. And perhaps, excuse me, perhaps placing memory in a separate place, right? So we place that we remember those who tried to kill us during this Purim time, so that we remember that there still is anti-Semitism, and that we need to remember that being a Jew is special, and that we can be proud of being a Jew, and we don't need to have to cover that up. But that there are certain times where we need to be discreet about our Judaism, for better or for worse. And so we remember the things that happened to us, like Haman and Purim, like 1492 and getting kicked out of Spain, like the Holocaust, like the pogroms. We remember the times when people wanted to kill us and destroy us as a people so that we can remain strong. And so, you know, there's a lot of times where we, not on purpose, remember things because they gave us trauma or are important to us in a negative way. And those things come to us all the time. They're part of our consciousness, as opposed to being placed in one place where we could say, okay, you know what, I'm going to put aside this day or this weekend or this week where I'm going to remember the things that happened to me in my life that are not pleasant. And perhaps if they're put in a place, like we put for Purim, like we think about freedom for Passover, that maybe if we put our traumas in a specific place so that we can commemorate them, that it might keep us from descending the rest of the year. Now I say that much harder done than said. It's very hard to keep thoughts from taking us down. It's really hard to keep the thoughts that cause us pain, as opposed to the thoughts that gave us joy. So, you know, it should be, there isn't a day for that, but there should be a national day of joy and a national day of sink deep into your pain. You know, maybe if we put aside these days for this, that we could feel this incredible joy on this particular day, and we could feel this incredible pain on another day, that might be one way that we can kind of, live our lives to their fullest without being brought down by our thoughts. So that's what we're trying to do when we do our meditation, is clear our thoughts so that those negative thoughts aren't taking over. So those negative thoughts don't control us all the time. Listen, I understand about them coming into our lives because we all have those, some more than others. But you know, how long does it last? And can you notice when it's happening? Are really the two questions. So today is really about kind of remembering and understanding why we remember the things that happen to us, and to perhaps identify those things that we remember that are kind of out of our control in remembering, and that they come into our mind when we're not asking them to come into our mind. So, let's get ourselves ready and in a nice position. Today we ask for safety and health at the end of our quiet time. So we'll begin now, and just breathe normally, breathe regularly. Not trying to push the breath. We're not trying to solve anything. We're just trying to be, and find some joy this week. find some joy. We're just trying to allow things to be as they are for now. We don't need to push anything, don't need to solve anything for the next 15 minutes or so. As you sit quietly, concentrating on your breath coming in and out of your body, you may notice a part of your body that is stressed or tight or in pain. Just push your concentration to that area as you breathe. And with each breath, you can take a moment to relax that area, to calm that area. last we think about two things we've been thinking about for almost a year: safety and health. And we ask to feel these things. May I feel safe. May I feel health. Two things that are just so important right now. So we ask the universe to allow us to feel these feelings. We may be safe, but we may not feel safe. We may be healthy, but somehow we don't feel it. May I feel health. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel health. And just continue saying it to yourself, saying it out loud in a whisper, however you'd like to say it, on each breath. May I feel safe. May I feel health. May I feel safe. May I feel health. If you'd like to have someone in your mind's eye in front of you, someone you care about, someone you barely know, whoever you'd like. Sometimes I just kind of go with the first image or person that pops into my head. There must be some reason why I'm thinking about that person at this moment. May you feel safe. May you feel health. May you feel safe. May you feel health. May you feel healthy and safe. May you feel safe. May you feel health. And just keep asking that of them for a couple of minutes, a couple of breaths. Now let's bring it back to us. May I feel safe. May I feel health. May I feel health and safety. And for our final moments together, just center ourselves back to our breath, finding stillness in the breath, calmness in our bodies, for our final moments together. I hope during our time together today you were able to find stillness and peace. Thank you for being here. May you feel safe, and may you feel health. I hope you